Have you ever stood in the kitchen on a Monday morning and thought, oh goodness, where am I going? What am I doing? What are we eating this week? What's happening? This video is for you. I want to help you organise your weeks better. Talking this week about the Sunday reset, something that I and my husband implemented many years ago, and it makes our lives as a family go so much smoother. And I know that it's something that even once the children have flown the nest, we will continue to do it. It is our ritual and I want to share it with you all. So welcome to this week's video. Now, every Sunday, Simon and I get a cup of tea, we sit around the kitchen table. We might do it on a Sunday morning, but we normally do it on a Sunday evening. It just depends who's where and who's doing what. But recently Simon started playing real tennis, a tournament on a Sunday evening. So we make sure that before he heads off to do that, we sit down and we plan our week. Now, once we have planned our week, life is so much less stressful, less complicated, and we don't have any of that stress and hassle that we had prior to doing this. So I thought it would be really useful for me to sit down and chat through our Sunday planning session and a reset for the week ahead so the week runs smoothly. I'm always talking about being on the front foot rather than being on the back foot. There's nothing worse than feeling on the back foot and having to sort of fly by the seat of your pants and life is stressful. I've been there, I've done that, and I didn't really enjoy it. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, frazzled, this video is definitely going to help you. And whether you choose to do it on a different day of the week, that is totally your choice. Sunday just works really well for us, and that's what I want to share with you why. So I love batch cooking, I love meal planning, and I love being organised, and I will look into the fridge on a Sunday. I will see what needs using up, what we need. I will write my shopping list, and Simon and I will plan going through our diaries. And I have a paper diary, which I am old-fashioned, I love it. I do run a diary on my phone as well, a digital diary, but I like to run both. And we will sit down, we will go through our diaries, and we will work out who's where, who's doing what, who's doing the school pickups, who's going where. And then we'll work out who's around for meals. I will look in the fridge, I will see what needs eating up, and I will plan the meals for the week ahead. And I was actually inspired by a great friend to create this, my weekly meal planner and shopping list. And in here there is so much information for you. There's a freezer diary. Yes, keeping a freezer diary means you don't have things festering at the back of your freezer and you wonder what on earth they are. I've got helpful tips. I used to work as a nanny, and a lot of this stuff I implemented when I was nannying and then having our own children as well. So you get a suggested meal plan for the week. It's just an idea, it's just a bit of a base, and then you have your meal plans. But you have a shopping list with them as well, and you have a meal plan for every week of the year. I'm just trying to turn the page to show you what it looks like. So you've got a note section and you've got your shopping list here. You can either rip this out and take it with you, or however you want to do things. And if you sit and plan your meals, then you can plan your shopping, you can plan what you're eating, and it just makes life so much easier. But also it's more affordable. There's nothing worse than throwing food away and getting it wrong, and you haven't actually looked at the diary and realised that actually you're out and you're going to be having, I don't know, sandwiches on the go or something else, whatever it might be. And it saves time, it saves money, and it saves food waste, and it saves that stress of like, mum, what's for supper? If you have got meals that you know that you can easily turn to. And that's also why I love batch cooking. I will leave my batch cooking online course linked in the description of this video. It's part of, is it part of? No. I have got in my efficient home course, there is a whole section on food, cooking, batch cooking, meal planning, all of that to save, you know, time and stress. But if you batch cook, if you plan ahead, if you get super, super organized, it is just less stressful. And if you're going to the effort to make one meal, you may as well add some extra ingredients and make 2 or 3 meals. And then you can portion them up, pop them on the freezer, portion them up and put them in the freezer. That is what I'm trying to say. And then when you've got a day and you look at your diary and you're like, oh, I'm super, super busy that day, don't want to compromise on what we're eating, I can pull one of those meals out. If you pull it out the night before, slowly defrost it, then you can just heat it through and you've got a delicious meal that you can enjoy, and you've planned, and it's not stressful, and you're not, you know, trying to rustle up something when you're frazzled and it's been a hectic day. And it's always really great to have some backup meals for unexpected eventualities, when things just happen. And it does, you know, life is not in our control. Things do happen. You do get caught out, you know, the train might be delayed, it might be cancelled, you might end up in A&E like we did 10 days ago. Unexpectedly, you know, my day did not go to plan. Luckily, nothing serious at all, but we ended up getting a takeaway as a treat on the way home because I hadn't had the chance to plan and cook. I could have taken something out of the freezer and defrosted it quickly, but actually it was a little bit of a treat to have sushi, and not something that we do very often, because actually there's nowhere on our doorstep that we can easily get really good takeaway food from. And we were unexpectedly in Brighton and thought, do you know what, it's an absolute favourite, we'll have a bit of a treat night. But when you have unexpected eventualities, if you are organised and if you're on the front foot, then it's so much easier to deal with that situation than, you know, constantly chasing your tail and being a little bit stressed. So when Simon and I sit down, we go through our diaries, we go through who's where, who's doing what, we plan our meals accordingly. I then will meal plan and meal prep and do a food shop accordingly as well. I don't often do an online food shop. I tend to go to our local Tesco's for like everyday bulk stuff. I do occasionally go to a little Waitrose that we've got near us from time to time, probably once every other month. And then I do love the greengrocers and the butchers, and so I get fruit and veg from there, and I get the meat from the butchers. And then very, very luckily, Simon has a fish business, and so I can say to him, could you bring some salmon home, or could you bring some black cod home, and that, oh, I love black cod, that is such a treat, and plan accordingly that way. And that's how I do my shopping. I like to go and look at the produce and touch and feel and have a chat with the butcher, and that's just part of who I am and my ritual. But you might just do online shopping, and that's absolutely fine. What works for one doesn't necessarily work for the other, and that's why I'm just sharing what I do with you. But you know, find your own way. But I do find sitting down, carving out the time to plan the week ahead means that I'm on the front foot. So that's what Simon and I do as a couple, and we plan and organise that way. But then when it comes to the house, I will do a little bit of cleaning over the weekend. I have whizzed the vacuum around this morning. I've done a load of washing. I have cleaned the loos. You know, I've just done bits and pieces. I don't tend, because I work from home and I tend to do cleaning sort of throughout the week. I don't tend to spend the weekend cleaning, but I know if I had a full-time job and maybe worked in London or wherever, I would probably spend the weekend doing clean. But I do want to make sure on a Sunday that the house feels under control, that the laundry feels under control, bedrooms are under control. And I also have, and I could do a separate video for this if you'd like, we can touch on it quickly now. I put my kitchen to bed every single night. The dishwasher goes on, I make sure the pots and pans are washed up and not necessarily dried up and put away, because I tend to just put drying up on top of the Arga, and then in the morning I will come down, empty the dishwasher and just put things away. But if I have got everything dried and square and what have you before I go to bed, even better. And I can come down and just be totally on the front foot. But I make sure it's all washed up and then drying on the Arga. And then in the morning, as I'm emptying the dishwasher, I can just put the odd pot and pan away, and that's absolutely fine. If I get to put the I'm a bit funny about the dishwasher. I like to put it on last thing at night, but on the days I have got it done earlier and emptied before I go to bed, I always feel quite pleased with myself, if that makes sense. But you know, there are bowls that might be used or glasses that might be used, and I like to make sure that I've got as much as possible in the dishwasher and it's totally full, and then I set it. So if it happens to be full earlier in the day, then I will put it on and make sure it's emptied before going to bed. But I love to have the kitchen organised and under control, so when I come down, I'm not washing up dirty pans from the day before. There's nothing worse than that. And I'm the sort of person, if we have, you know, friends over or a dinner party or whatever it might be, I like to do as much as I possibly can before going to bed. So when I come down in the morning, I'm not dealing with an awful sight and think, oh goodness, where do I start? And I don't like that feeling of, oh goodness, where do I start? How am I going to do this? I find it stressful. And that's why planning my week ahead, I really enjoy it. I know what we're all doing, where we're all going. Of course there's unexpected, but as much as I possibly can, I plan, and then I'm not feeling anxious and stressed and overwhelmed, and I like to do the same with the washing as well. So I make sure that the laundry basket's, you know, empty. I've put the washing through, and you know, feeling on top of things, and that the house is under control as well. So on that Monday morning, I'm not thinking, oh, I've got a mountain to tackle. And so I really hope me sitting down and chatting through our Sunday sort of reset, our Sunday ritual of planning the week ahead, getting organised, I really hope that me sharing this is helpful for you and encourages you to just take a bit of time out. And it might be that you want to do it on a different day of the week, and that's absolutely fine. I just love that Monday morning feeling of knowing who's going where, who's doing what we're having for supper for the rest of the nights of the week, who's going to be home for lunch, and what have you, and just knowing as much as possible of what's happening when. And I love that feeling. And then it's really helpful for Simon and I just to sit down and, you know, plan. We'll also skip ahead, you know, weeks ahead and months ahead, just to make sure that we're both on the same wavelength, we're on the same page, we know where we are, and there's not unexpected, oh, didn't I tell you that? And you being like, no, hadn't registered that one. We both know where we are, and it's about teamwork. It's about working together, and that way life just runs so much smoother, I think. So I really hope that this week's how-to, it's been a quick one, so you know, hopefully it's helpful. And if there are little videos that you would like me to sit down and film and share with you of things that, you know, maybe make you feel overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, or you just want to know how to do something, then ask away. I am always happy to help and share, you know, tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. And you know, I didn't start knowing all the answers. It's been trial and error. It's been working out systems that have worked and systems that haven't worked, and I hope that me sharing them is really helpful. So thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and let me know down in the comments what you think. Have you got systems in place that that work really well for you? Share them with us, and I hope it helps. Anyway, sending lots of love, and look forward to seeing you, I hope, on Friday with a new vlog. And in the meantime, have a super week.